If you and members of your family use Apple devices, but you're not set up as an Apple family, then chances are you're probably paying more than you should, and you're missing out on key features. First, let's talk about savings and subscription options. Now, if you and people in your household are each signed up for different Apple services like iCloud Plus, Apple Music, or Apple Arcade, then creating a family may be worthwhile purely for the cost savings alone. For example, let's say my wife and I both subscribe to iCloud Plus for storing photos and files. Now, maybe my wife has a 50 gig plan and I have 200 gigabytes. If I've got room in my 200 gigabyte plan, we could create a family, save the $1 per month, and I can share my storage with my wife. Now, the savings get even better when you add on services like Apple Music. For example, if we each pay $10.99 a month for Apple Music, we can easily save money by just going onto a $16.99 family plan, and we can share one Apple Music subscription with up to 5 people in our family. Now, if you pay for multiple Apple services like Fitness Plus, Apple Arcade, then an Apple One subscription often makes the most sense. This is actually what my family has. We pay one subscription, the Premier, and as a family, we can share our iCloud storage, we can use Apple TV Plus, we get Apple Music, Arcade, Fitness Plus, and even News. Another benefit of creating an Apple family is you can share content and purchases. So in Apple TV, if I go down to Library, here's all the movies that I've previously purchased and paid for via my Apple account, and anyone in my family can enjoy these movies on their individual devices. I can also come down to the family sharing section and go to one of my family members to enjoy any of the masterpieces that they've paid for. For example, we were recently on a family road trip and we were able to listen to the Harry Potter audiobook. Even though we'd purchased it on my son Jay's device, I could still listen to it on my phone. And in case you're interested, we were listening to Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, which in my opinion is the very best Harry Potter book. It's got everything you want. It's got Quidditch, the Firebolt, Lupin and Sirius, major characters introduced, the Marauders map, best book. If you disagree, leave me a comment down below. Aside from the savings, there's a number of nice features available as an Apple family. The first is you get a family calendar. You'll each notice a new family category available in the calendar app. Anyone in the family can add events to the calendar. No need to invite people to events anymore. You just create the event and everyone in the family can see it on their devices. We use this in our family all the time to coordinate things like who's dropping off or picking up the kids from school, or to show events that we're all attending as a family. You can also have shared reminders lists. We have a generic family list where we plan weekend jobs and chores. We also have a shared shopping list, so anyone in the family can add to the shopping list, ready for when we go to the store. Another extremely useful feature is being able to see your family in the Find My app. And if you go to the Devices tab, you can even help members of your family find their lost devices. So if my wife has lost her phone, I can find it and even play a sound from my phone. If you have kids in your Apple family, another key feature is the ability to set up screen time, set up downtime, control app limits, and even limit their communication. For example, if I wanted to set up downtime for Jay on the family iMac, I could either turn this on manually or set up a schedule where this runs every single day from 7:30 to 6 a.m. I can even turn on a block so he can no longer use that device when the downtime kicks in. I can also choose who in my family is a parent or guardian, so both Haley and I have the ability to update and change these limits. And finally, if you are going to set up an Apple family, I highly recommend you set up a legacy contact. This is someone who, after your death, can provide a copy of your death certificate to Apple to gain access to your Apple account, to access important things like photos, files, documents, and even your email. This is going to be really important so that person can make arrangements, can cancel accounts, access insurance details, and take care of other admin. So if you and your family are in the Apple ecosystem and you have a number of devices, then setting up an Apple family really is a no-brainer. Not only for the cost savings, but for the other features and benefits that come with being an Apple family. If you have any questions, leave me a comment down below. If you found this video useful, give it a like. It's the best way to support this channel. Thanks very much for watching.